sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Golem Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Welcome. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot, or so I told them. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Mage 2, walking. Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835. Tiger 1, missile in the air. Evade.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Tiger 3 engaging.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
Hold on.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Getting on a block. Breaking. Warning. Bandit on your 6.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Mage 2, target down.
We've done enough damage to the harbor, the carrier, and enemy fleet. Drop payload on installations and return to base.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
Target hit.
Bandit acquired. Bandit on your 6, watch it. I'm out of the fight. Failing.
Enemy's got a lock.
Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I'd call that mission accomplished. Let's throw that half our baggage. Emptying of our hangars and runways.
Enemy bomber hit, but still airborne. Finish it off.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They could burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Lockdown hostile.
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
Missile fire to Golem 2!
It's a Golem and Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater.
sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for...
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENM. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delete of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Each squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep. The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
It's their raid. We're being attacked by enemy aircraft. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Anti-air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight. The enemy has a lock on you. The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed. We're going for the radar car.
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Is in range of guns.
Where's our support? If we don't get the fighters soon, the whole base is gone.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there. Protect the radar vehicle. Requesting permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Missile launch.
Target
destroyed. Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. Push the plant forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory. God damn it! My brother was in that radar unit.
Destroyed.
Oceans and Rockies. Enemy missile closing. Breaking.
Missile.
Roxo.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Breaking to escape lock.
You're mine. I'll make it quick.
Missile.
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Missile. 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 Caution. Pull up. Missile.
Bandit, right behind you.
There's 6 enemies. It sounds really good. Bandit acquired. Firing.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Eject.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy missile closing. Breaking.
Missile.
I'll make it quick.
Breaking out of lock. Missile. Evading.
All aircraft, residential area is below you.
Mage 2, missile away.
Missile.
Mage 2 bandit on your 6. Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap.
Firing.
Missile.
Mage 2, missile, evade!
They evaded. Continuing attack. Break.
Pull up.
The enemy's traveling a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly. Box 2.
Enemy missile detected.
APC destroyed.
Fire anti-air gun! Now!
Breaking out of lock.
Target is in range of guns.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Missile.
There's an enemy on your tail.
Bandit evaded the attack.
Box 2. They've left the clouds.
Shred the radar
Enemy
network.
missile detected.
Missile. Caution. Pull up.
Bandit acquired. Firing. Skull 4. Missile inbound.
Missile.
Dodge.
Missile. Missile.
Warning. Bandit on your 6.
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Missile.
Missile heading your way.
Missile.
I'm glued to this one.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Getting out of lock. Breaking.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
All the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Missile.
Enemy transport to taxi.
Missile tracking me.
No, they're not linked to the radar beam. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
Here's some of the attacking those war merchants.
Write your manuals in a language you can understand. Okay, let's completely blind those bastards. The enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Locked. It's chow time.
Breaking to escape lock. Everything's been burned down.
Target destroyed.
Break! Break!
Radar lock acquired.
Bandit in my sight. Locked on.
Enemy's airstrikes have fallen. We're done for.
Box 2.
Attack missed.
You're low on missiles. Target hit.
Behind target and ready to attack.
I don't think withdraw. What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead? Stage 2, status report.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Missile away.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! Where's our support? If you don't get support... It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Target destroyed.
Anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! Weak to right for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
He's being attacked by enemy aircraft.
Grab it while you can.
Requesting permission to move the vehicle.
We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
We're using the containers now.
Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Locked.
Golem 2, Box 2.
The radar vehicles are under fire. Can we move them?
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
That radar was just about to go online.
Missile away.
Missile.
Missile inbound! Missile inbound!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Evading enemy missile. Are you telling me we can't even avenge our soldiers? Friendly aircraft lost. down. Friendly down.
Missile.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Missile. Missile.
Evading. Continuing attack.
Column 2, you can't go after every target.
Breaking.
Missile.
Missile inbound, evade.
Caution. Pull up. Missile. Missile. Missile.
Hostiles are locked. Enemy missile detected. Evading.
Range 2 enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked, it's chow time. Box 2.
Missile away. 2 targets remaining.
Radar was just about to go online.
Missile.
Push the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Bandit evaded the attack. Trigger, there's one more to go.
Attacking.
Column 3, box 2.
Missile.
You've got no recourse. Evading. Continuing attack.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Really good.
Bandit is in my sights.
In gun range.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Review the setup. Here's some feedback from all the workers. Find your manuals in a language we can understand.
Missile.
Step forward to hide.
Box 2. Box 2.
Breaking hostile lock. Breaking. I need to evade.
That's a miss.
Locked. Targeting gun range. Missile evaded.
Box 2.
Watch your tail. Enemy behind you. Missile inbound. Dodge.
You're running out of missiles.
Column 3. Box 2.
Target destroyed.
Enemy missile chasing me.
Firing gear gun. Now! H2, you're targeted.
Missile launched.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Box 2.
I'm iced up. They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out. Can't say I blame them.
Locked. All right, this base is worth destroying.
Missile.
Keep your mind focused. All transports have been destroyed, but what are they carrying?
Missiles depleted.
Missile.
Can you still fly? I got him. He's mine.
Missile! Break! Break!
Box 2.
5 targets remaining.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Continuing attack. Evade! Evade! The base is wrecked. Breaking hostile lock. Lead aim over clear ground. School 3, you have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Missile.
4 targets remain.
On target 6.
Missile fired! Evading!
All aircraft, residential area is below you.
Box 2. He dodged.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Fox 3. Fox 3.
Shred the radar network.
Breaking. Missile inbound! Breaking! Breaking!
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy on your rear!
Missile.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Why don't they withdraw? What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
3 targets remaining.
I'm iced up! Missile! Break! Break!
Missile.
Get away from that vehicle! Now!
H2, behind you.
Golem 1, Box 2.
Evading! The enemy has a lock on you!
Missile.
Locked.
Missile.
Bandit evaded attack. Try again.
Missed.
Missile. Missile.
I'm on his rear.
Missile. Missile.
Good work, Trigger. launch. Away. What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Mage 2, you've iced up.
Shit! I got an enemy in front of me and behind me!
I'm on this one's tail.
No missiles remaining.
Golem Squadron, surround them.
Ammunition
Locked.
0.
You're almost out of special weaponry.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Bandits are in the clouds.
Fox 3. Fox 3!
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Golem 2, just 2 more. Reading you.
Ammunition 0.
Special weaponry depleted.
They won't show up on the radar.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
I'm icing up!
Mage 2, missile launch.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Caution. Pull up.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target, but HQ has made it clear that no harm should
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger.
Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, mid squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys that we can get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
We have them on the run. Don't let up.
Check your six!
Target hit.
Grand 3, bailing out. In position behind bandit. They won't show up on the radar. Bandits are in the clouds. Locked on hostile. Enemy behind you. Heads up. That flank is open. Skeleton 2, move in.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Phase 2, enemy is locked on.
Missile. Missile.
Call for reinforcements. We're taking too much damage.
Missile. 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 Missile.
You're mine. I'll make it quick.
Missile! Missile! I can't! Missile! Breaking! I've lost control!
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move even if you're in a 9G turn.
Column 4, Fox 2. Enemy on my tail! I can't shake him! Target acquired. Target acquired. Enemy is firing! Friendly lost.
4 remaining.
We're getting our asses kicked. Run on reinforcements! Breaking out of fog. Gargoyles, fire, now! We're surrounded.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Enemy has fled.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile inbound!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Missile.
Let's do the humane thing and put it down. Stay inside it.
Missile.
They got me! I don't think that's
3
real.
remaining.
Continue over in combat.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Okay, I'm right behind you. Enemy behind you. Heads up. I'm being pursued. Give me a hand.
Missile.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Missile.
H2, locking.
Bandit coming at you.
Star one.
Get yours. Laser lock acquired. We got this. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now.
Missile.
Fox 2, get him.
Missile.
Why are they pulling out?
Screwing up the accuracy.
Bandit acquired.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Attacking from behind my target.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Incoming. Quick. Hostile has a lock.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
These creatures think of fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Missile.
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Missile.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skyscraper, Scout 1. Close out that monster.
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break! Now!
Missile.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Bandits are fast as hell.
Missile.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. There's too many of them.
These guys look too easy.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Missile. Missile.
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Missile.
What's this, that thing? God help us. You're not enough to keep up with the drones.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Dodging everything I threw at him.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Gold 3, Fox 2, pick up.
Fox 2.
Now! Fight! Find your own touch. Acquired lock on bandit. Fire it! Skeleton 1, check 6. Commander. You got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Gold 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Can't reach the Arsenal bird.
Missile.
This is Gold 3, Gold 2's hit! Status report.
Machine can be outsmarted.
Missile. Missile.
Shit, Gold 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Missile.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Missile.
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
Missile.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Control ground. I'm breaking up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they knew this earlier, more of us would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Buko, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Not on my watch.
Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
Mage 2, missile away.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
One advantage. Distance 30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile!
Fast. It's blinking.
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Target down. Nicely done.
Damn it, I can't break away.
H2, UAV down.
Don't think, focus.
Golem and Maze Squadron, help us.
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Let Golem and Maze Squadron handle it. They'll pull through.
Get your asses out. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Force-raised aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Technique. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off. That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Don't ice up in there. Chaff and flares deployed.
Target lock. Firing.
Does Maze Squadron still have their hot shot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Colin and Maze, we owe you a debt, and we'll pay it. Maze Squadron, get those things off my ass!
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Mage 2, missile launch.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. We get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Ammunition 0.
A few seconds to leave life or death for him. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Ammunition 0.
Got a lock on me.
Mage 2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble.
On this one's tail.
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. He's got them at bay. We owe him one.
Mage 2, missile away. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Caution. Pull up.
Page 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Page 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Page 2, lower speed. Mage 2, lower nose. You're too high. 1500 to runway. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? 'Cause someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osea, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osea was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osea down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusea, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we'll need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osea's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.